What it do, YouTube, man? Y'all already know who it be, man. It be your boy KVN GG Cam, man. Listen, I'm out here with this is maybe like my second anime video. My first anime video flopped. Right? It was a Dr. Stone video. It's probably still on the channel right now. Y'all can go check that out. It was like season 2, episode 1, because I'm really into Dr. Stone. I really vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, simple as that. So I just wanted to do a review. But since it flopped so bad, I only did like 6. I think it was like 6 views the last time I checked it. And I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna review the rest of the, the rest of the series. I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy it. But if it come back, and I think I got like decent enough support, because I'm not gonna just be talking about Boruto. Of course, if I got enough support, I'm gonna definitely, try to push out that content. I got a lot more other anime content, but most of it is gonna be focused around Boruto, and because that's the show that, I watch, I read, I interact with the most, and I think it got a lot of lore and content that just keep bringing up topics and theories and stuff like that. Unlike other series where it's more straightforward, right? Anyways, if you seen this, I will probably give y'all a timestamp to where y'all could, skip straight to the review part of the thing, because I know a lot of people don't like it when you talk or when you plug your other channel. Speaking of plugging another channel, me and a couple of my homeboys, we are getting ready to start a podcast, right? On the name of the channel is called For Life. I'll probably put it somewhere on the screen or whatever. I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you can go subscribe to that channel. We trying to go crazy. I think we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that, they're just funny, and I think that our personalities is definitely gonna show that way. I'm gonna kind of structure the video is I'm gonna kind of tell you, is like go almost scene by scene throughout the entire chapter, and I'm gonna just break it down. I'm telling you like kind of what happened on some types, and then at the end I'll try to give you like my own rating and all that other stuff, right? So without further ado, man, let's get into this video. At the beginning of the chapter, we see the words that Amato said to Kawaki some chapters ago. We see that he was like, hey, you want the karma, I can make that happen for you, if you want power, I can make that happen for you, you just gotta want it, so he was saying that to him. And we can either assume one or two things here, right? Either Kawaki is having this flashback to justify his reasons for having the karma, or the writers only put that flashback there kind of to just like hint at how he got his karma back. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a little bit of both to me. I think it's a little bit of both, and I think that it's kind of the writers put it there just like, hey, it's how you interpret that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's more, to me, it's more of him justifying the reason that he got it back because of later in the chapter. Immediately after, it shifts to Cole asking Ada for an explanation, like, how does this man have the karma seal, right? Ada answered by saying that Amato pulled a 500 IQ play and installed the karma into Kawaki while repairing his arm. And to me, I was just like, right? We're like, why did you just not saying it, right? Like before he came on the battlefield, this been happening, right? But anyways, we gotta start the hashtag blame Katasuke, because he's in charge of watching this man Amato, right? If it's something that this man deliberately seen that he just doesn't know about, bro, how can this man not report that to somebody, bro? Like, how did he not report that to somebody? Or even try to test it out and see what it is, or none of that. So it was just like, yeah, blame Katasuke, bro. I just hashtag blame Katasuke. I want to see that in the comment section. I'm probably gonna put that on the screen as well. She said that the choice of regaining the karma back for Kawaki was not really a choice. It was more like Amato was saying that more as motivation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Kawaki understands that now. I don't think he understands that it was motivation, but he understands that, like, when Amato said that, it wasn't really a choice. And I think that the reason why I say it was either one or two things is because either Kawaki, you know what I'm saying, agreed with what Amato was saying. It was like when he was asking him, do he want power and all this stuff, and went and got it off screen, or he did it when he was repairing his arm. And Ada said that it was when he was repairing his arm. I mean, she got clairvoyance, so if he went and deliberately went to Amato and got the karma, she wouldn't know that unless she has her own plan, right? So you can just keep that in mind. Leads me to this question, right? What's so different between Kawaki's karma and Cole's karma, right? I think that the way that Amato put it, he was just like, he basically tell Kawaki, it was like, I can give you power, you know what I'm saying? It was like, to where you can beat Cole, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just pure weaponry, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't resurrect you when it's pure weaponry. And I think that they kind of explained Cole's white karma the same way, where it was just pure weaponry, and it was just like, Ishiki cannot resurrect through that karma, right? So to me, it was just like, so what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? So what's going on here? That's what I'm thinking. And that I want y'all to stay tuned to the channel, because I'm gonna make a whole separate video, you know what I'm saying, explaining what I think about that. And but for now, just leave a comment, you know what I'm saying, below your theories, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. You know what I'm saying, I'll try my best to respond to all comments. So just comment and let me know what your theory is. Or if I don't respond to it, that means I think it's good. I'm probably gonna put it in a video and talk about it in a video, because I want to do a lot of theory videos. So but yeah, back to the chapter. After Eddie explains and Cole seems to understand that everything is going according to Amato's plan. So basically, even though Cole is kind of borderline Naruto stupid, I think that he's kind of catching on. And I think that Naruto and Cole kind of, the way they catch on to things is similar to me. To me, I think that they catch on a little bit after the fact. I think that the people like the Sasuke, the Shikamaru, the Amato, these are people that catch on almost instantly. And I'll put Boruto in that situation as well. I think that Boruto catching on to things fast. I think that Kawaki does as well. But yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna give that much of my opinion, but it's clear that you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna sprinkle some of my stuff in there. But anyways, this is where suddenly we're starting to see Shikamaru's intelligence. He noticed that Cole is talking to somebody, and the final thing Cole said, he used us to be the final push to awaken Kawaki's power, right? And like, he's basically got Brett like this, and I think he's like holding his arms behind his back, right? So he got him in a chokehold, holding his arms back. So that means that like he kind of like up against this man. So it's like, even if he whispering, he probably could hear that. So he knows he's talking to somebody, right? So with that being said, the first thing Shikamaru does, he was like, yo, this man got a teammate. So he's scouting the area. He was like, yo, is this teammate near? You know what I'm saying? It was just like, and I think that that's the right move. And I think that that's what he thinks about first, because I think that, let's deal with what I think. It don't matter what I think. That might be in another video as well. I believe that since he's already a sus of Amato though, I think that Amato is the only person from the Carter organization that's in the village, right? Outside of Kawaki. He's a scientist that created cyborgs, scientific body parts, and etc. I think that Shikamaru already been sus of him, right? So I think Shikamaru can deduce that Amato is behind this, and that gonna create real tension once this is over and they go back to the village, right? Cause I mean, look, immediately like 2 or 3 panels after this, Borushiki literally says, is that geezer Amato's doing? So I think that mentioning Amato, that's a light bulb in Shikamaru's head. This dude, he catches on to things fast. I don't think that he actually came to the battlefield with a real plan besides just fight, right? Because I think that he knew that these people were clearly out of his price range, right? Like out of his power range. I don't think that Shikamaru had to know that if Cole is potentially stronger than Naruto and Sasuke, and Amato was talking about the Naruto and Sasuke with Kurama and a Rinnegan, right? That's what the limiter's off, of course, but we didn't know that, right? They don't know that. So look, I think that he came out here just, you know what I'm saying, just to be like a tag team Cole, really. Really, he was just there for an extra body to be annoying, right? That shadow paralysis jutsu being annoying, and he will have to continuously keep breaking out. Cole will have to continuously keep breaking out the jutsu. I think that's how he would have fought, and it kind of would have got Boruto, Naruto, and even Kawaki like free hits on him. So, anyways, now we're gonna get to the board. Now they get to the Borushiki versus Karma version 3. I'm gonna just say version 3 version of Kawaki, right? Borushiki starts off by he's just talking straight noise. He basically like, I'm like, hey, you really trash and you really a puppet that's getting used by everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? He was just like, hey, stay like that. Look, you stay like that, and I'm gonna feed you to that 10-tail, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And then immediately Kawaki, like, he turns on his you know what I'm saying? He uses dojutsu, brings in the black rods or whatever to strike down Momoshiki. And immediately Kawaki starts out fighting with 4 triangles in his eyes. And you guessed it, he has Ishiki's dojutsu. He starts the fight by shooting black rods and enlarging them at the last second, but Borushiki swiftly dodges. Then Kawaki shoots out 8 things that kind of look like his scientific arm to surround Borushiki. But once again, Borushiki is swift on his feet. But unfortunately for Borushiki, while he was dodging, he was lured directly into the spot that Kawaki wanted him. He tossed 4 cubes on Borushiki, right? Then at this point, you kind of switch to, it's kind of like a pause in the fight, because after he dropped the cubes, it's kind of like this suspense going on, like what happened, right? And this man Naruto is basically being protected without consent, right? It's just like Kawaki is starting to understand his situation, the abilities, and a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So Naruto asked Kawaki, he was just like, hey, how far are you willing to go, dog? And then just like, Kawaki basically was saying like, hey, I go as far as I need to go, long as you was alright, my boy. And I think that that's kind of, that's cool, right? I think that that's cool, and I don't think that I mean, we all know that it's an unhealthy obsession that Kawaki got with Naruto, but I think that saying that he'll go as far as he needs to go to protect this man is, you know what I'm saying, that would be heart-wrenching if it wasn't this situation against this man's own son. But, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, this angered Naruto, because, I mean, Naruto is basically like, yo, this is like my son, dog. You really, no, dog, you trying to kill my son. And after this, while they in the middle of talking for real, Borushiki come in with a machine gun. He's trying to sneak him, right? And Borushiki tries to sneak attack Kawaki, but Kawaki absorbs it and immediately returns with a fire style jutsu. I think that it's a reason that that Kawaki did this fire style jutsu, because it's not as strong as his black rods. He probably could have did that jutsu. He could have probably summoned something from the other dimension, right? Using his dojutsu or whatever. And I think those could have worked semi-effectively, right? As this fire style jutsu, because it just simply got absorbed, right? But the two continue fighting, and suddenly Boruto starts regaining consciousness. This is why I said that he used that fire style jutsu. This is why he did this, because if you can remember back, Kawaki basically used the fire style jutsu on himself. You know what I'm saying? That basically was about to burn himself alive. To burn himself alive to, you know what I'm saying, get Borushiki to absorb, you know what I'm saying, the fire style ninjutsu. And the more chakra that he's absorbing or whatever, is, you know what I'm saying, the more and more and more Boruto consciousness start coming back, because I think that it's a threshold of chakra that I feel like it got to be a threshold of chakra that it comes to before Boruto starts regaining his consciousness again. And I think that pills is kind of, it's wishy-washy. My opinions on it, I'll tell you that at the end, because I'm taking too long. This is already a 13-minute video. Of course, I got to chop it down, break it up now. But let's get into it. Boruto suddenly starts regaining consciousness. Kawaki uses this as a chance to impale him with the chakra rods. After this, Kawaki brings down a huge cube to crush Boruto, but Naruto swoops in to save him. But since Code really ain't about that life, he did not kill Shikamaru. Code is not about that life without these limiters. We don't see his spot, you know what I'm saying, on this battlefield right now. I think that he's probably the strongest or second strongest with his limiters off. And I think that once he get his limiters off, I think that maybe he can use that dojutsu that Ishiki got and all that stuff like that. And that's when it's gonna be like the difference between these two's karma is gonna be like, what is the real difference, right? And I think that that's probably the reason that is white. A white karma, maybe it's white because, you know what I'm saying, the limiters is on and it turns black when it's not, right? But we don't know. We really don't know. And that's just speculating at this point. Then after this, Kawaki and Naruto just goes back and forth, basically arguing, and Kawaki basically spitting facts, Naruto speaking straight from emotions. And as you can see, Naruto is speaking from a loving father's perspective and Kawaki is speaking from a logical perspective. And I think that a lot of people understand what Kawaki is doing, bro. I think that even Boruto understands what this man is doing. As you're gonna see soon, it's in Kawaki completely violates Naruto by basically saying that we got to this point because you ain't got the power. You ain't got the power to defeat Code. You ain't got the power to defeat Boroshiki. You know what I'm saying? They basically got you standing right there like a damn statue, bro. And it was like earlier he took a shot at Naruto again. He was like, hey, don't you think you should kind of like stay still? You know what I'm saying? Because you really can't. You know what I'm saying? If you move, they're gonna kill your dog, right? Which is crazy. I think that. Nah, fuck that. I think that. Okay, and he told him he don't got the power to defeat him, and then Kawaki proceeds to tell Naruto. Kawaki proceeds to tell Naruto that he needs to face reality, which I also agree with. I always feel like Naruto's view on the world and like world peace was like very childish to me. I don't. There will never be any true peace that he seeks for. He wants the world to be a utopia, and that's never gonna happen. If we're being honest, it's never gonna happen. At all. I mean, Pain basically told Naruto, I want you to help the Rain Village. You know what I'm saying? I want you to help the Rain Village. And as Hokage, that didn't happen. I know that they offered, you know what I'm saying, to help them and all that stuff like that, and that the Rain Village declined. I understand all that, but he still can't help them. He can't help all the small villages. And it's just some things that's gonna be out of his reach. And I think that Naruto needs to understand that. I mean, everything is not even all flowers, happy and jolly in the Hidden Leaf Village. So I think that he needs to face reality seriously. And I think that what Sasuke was thinking about is more of the type of thing that the world probably needs. That maybe not a dictatorship, but like something close to it, right? Now back to the chapter. After this, Boruto, he's woke now, by the way. In case I did say that he was regaining consciousness, he's fully conscious now. He wakes up, he, you know what I'm saying, stick his hand out, kind of like pushes Naruto out the way, right? He pushes him out the way or whatever, and then he proceeds to get up, right? Kind of like having his hands together or whatever. And Momoshiki tells Boruto, hey man, look, you should stay asleep for your own good. Which to me directly implies that Kawaki is stronger than the Boruto that was just fighting Code, right? And I think that that's a given, right? I think that it's a given. 80% of Momoshiki versus 80% of Ishiki, and I just don't think that it'll equal anything. You know what I'm saying? The power will be too much in Kawaki's favor. And I think that the abilities is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I love to see how in the future they use something to counter this. And I think that Boruto Jogun is it's gonna have to be that to counter this ability, because I think that it's no way that bro can get like a Baryon mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is also find impressive that Baryon mode kind of does directly counter Ishiki's abilities or whatever. But anyways, Boruto tells Momoshiki to quit interfering. Boruto says that Amato may seem to be working since he can control Momoshiki's power to an extent, but he don't think it's a solid solution. Boruto says that Amato may seem to work since he can control Boroshiki's power to an extent, but he does not think that this solution is a permanent fix. It's only temporary. Kawaki proceeds to ask Boruto, do he remember the promise that they made? Kawaki basically promised, like, hey, I will do something about your karma, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they went through with different plans of what they wanted to do, like implant the karma on Code, and if worse come to worse, you know what I'm saying, offing each other. Basically, Kawaki offing Boruto, right? And Boruto replied yes. He was like, today it seems that we got to go through with that last plan. The last plan is which I just said, offing Boruto, killing him, which Kawaki agrees with. He was like, yeah, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it kind of shows that he don't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. He really would rather not, but it's what needs to be done to protect Naruto, to protect the village, to protect everyone on the battlefield, his friends, loved ones, family, everybody, right? After this, Boruto apologizes to Naruto. It's like, I'm sorry, Naruto. Can you send my good wishes, my farewells, my regards to my mama and my little sister, right? To Hinata and Himawari, in case you didn't know who his mama and sister was. Not Naruto kind of catching on, and he was like screaming like, wait. Like, what's going on? Wait, right? He was like, don't do nothing rash. And then immediately Boruto doing his little, and then he do his wind style Gale Palm. Sends Naruto flying, right? Naruto, I mean, it wasn't that strong of an attack or whatever, but Naruto immediately kind of catches himself on the ground and kind of immediately get the running back, right? And then as this is happening, you know, as he's running back, because Boruto, it seems like Boruto shot him back at a decent speed, which to me, I think that when you start scaling these characters that faster than light and base, and I don't want to go into the past character, but it seems like it's kind of wonky at this point, right? But like I was saying, Kawaki asked him if he's ready. He was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. At this point, I mean, every time when he stops fighting and starts talking, Kawaki eyes has one triangle in it, and when he was fighting Boroshiki, it almost always had 4, and now it got 3. So I don't know what's the difference. I don't know danger level, or you know what I'm saying. You can't really say evolving, right? Because like why start the fight with 4, and then now you finna kill Boruto, you got 3. I don't know what's going on there, but I think that the zoom in on the eye, it's gonna mean something later, and we're gonna later understand what it means. But right now, I don't really know. He strikes Boruto straight through the chest, like the attack he did with Garo, and everyone except Code and Ada is shocked by it. You know, of course, Boruto and Kawaki they ain't got no shock expression on their face, because you know, they the ones that's going through with this interaction, right? The chapter ends with Naruto screaming Boruto's name, and yeah, I mean, that's just about it for this video, man. If you like what you saw here, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, man. I'm King K. I'm gonna try to do this as much as I possibly can. What do y'all think about this chapter, man? I rate this chapter a 9.7 out of 10. Do I think Boruto is dead? Find out next on the next video, because I'm immediately recording it directly after this, right? Nah, if you like what you see, man, I'm out, y'all. Peace.